been saved. Oh, then they get a nat 20, dude. Welcome in, Wacky Wednesdays. Let's fucking go. What's up, guys? Oh, wow, you guys did the Wacky Wednesday show with the title upside down. That's fucking crazy, dude. Hey, thanks for the follow. Source Slack, I appreciate you. Does it nod when I meow? Meow. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime
welcome in Never Blaming.
she goes away.
Welcome in Phantom to Jappy.
That was intense. We shall start our own cult with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Screw the blackjack. Screw the whole thing. And look how mad I am at him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna sit there and cry to me right now? Fuck you, dude. I just pictured Fat Albert as a cow saying, moo, moo, moo. Leader, it would be so funny if we pulled some hilarious pranks on Stella. They are a real picky eater, so let's make them eat poop. Oh, come on, dude. I don't want to make Stella eat. So how about a hug as thanks? God, come on, Ray. Why? Is this why they kept it from America? Is it because of Ray? Ray's just a problematic character. Just like, come here, young lady. You look pretty sexy. Come hug old Uncle Ray. From the floor. That's what it is. Oh, here it comes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Damn it. Now I'm stuck up against this. Damn it, Stella! How could you do this to me? Oh. He was dead. There's blood that was on the floor of the cell, so how do you explain that, Courtney? What? Oh, he accidentally cut himself, and that has nothing to do with the murder. Oh, and the hole underneath the bed? Oh, well, that has nothing to do with it either. Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. Does it, though? I mean... Really? Are you kidding me, Edgeworth? Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? Says the woman who claimed it was in there! You bitch! What? Take some responsibility for your own words! Yes, Kay! Thank you! Thank you, Kay! Come on, cop lady. There we go, we're not running on the moon anymore. Oh shit, now I'm tired. Hold on. What? The controller was disconnected. Kiddo got so tired he just disconnected the controller. He's like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. Oh, I'm gonna fart on top of this. On top of this fence here. Daigo! Where are you? Let me grab this. Oh. What? And then it's like broken into pieces. I was trying to pick it up, dude. All right, that is so brutal. I wanted the gun. Where's the gun at? There we go. And then I just shoot him. I think it's so funny to just shoot people in this game. They just instantly die. And it burns, burns, burns. Oh, damn. Dude, that was sick. Nope. I feel like my cat definitely did this that kind of stuff all the time. It's like, oh, is there a bunch of shit on the table? Oh, whatever. It's not there anymore. That's not a problem. Dom's a genie in a bottle. Yeah, you gotta rub me the right way if you wanna be with me. Oh, there's a bag. Let's investigate. Oh, shit, son of a bitch. Hey, look, we got an elderly follower. Oh, don't worship the poop, guys. That's a false idol. Y'all want some meat? Knightley was moved from the detention center through the tunnel. How are you gonna overrule that, bitch? Called an en passant capture? Am I saying that right? En passant? Is that how it'd be? En passant. I'm assuming that's how you say it. I'm sure it's not en passant. Sounds like a contradiction. I think I have evidence for that. In fact, that is not true. Well, bam. Now you're like, that! 1,000 years of pain! Boom! That is such a funny takedown, dude. Thanks for being horny. Really helped me out there. It's like, said no one, ever. You really helped me out when because you were horny. Maybe you've kind of lost yourself in the process. I guarantee someone's going to see the real you and cherish you for it. And maybe he'll be a sexy Yakuza man wearing a white blazer and a red button-up. But he doesn't have the top 2 buttons button. We must go the long way. Go the long way. Come on, up. Oh, come on. Game? No, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on. I want to get to the end. Good shooter. Meow. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. Dude. Are you guys ready? Welcome in, Togepi and Never. Good to see you guys. Oh, I got my audio program in the way there. There we go. Welcome in to another Ace Attorney stream. I'm your host, Domm. We are going to be continuing the Cosmic Turnabout tonight, episode 4. Happy Wednesday, Stella. Good to see you here. Did you hear the Ace Attorney news? Yes, Pokey came in the other night and was telling me about it, about what Capcom announced and stuff. A lot of cool stuff, so hopefully by the time the new versions come out, I'll still be playing through them so I can switch over to that copy. Yeah, lots of cool, exciting stuff. So last time on the Cosmic Turnabout, it was kind of a short stream last week. But basically, the case that we've been thrusted into, we're now, okay, first of all, in the progress of the overall story of the game, we're going back now to before the tutorial case, where we were, where the bomb exploded or whatever, and then there was that was actually the tutorial case, us, like, getting Juniper off of that charge. So we're going back to the past, and the situation is that there was a space launch. Like, these astronauts were about to go into space on this rocket. They were like about to like lift off, but the whole thing got canceled because there was like an explosion or whatever, and apparently there were like 3 bombs and 2 of them went off. Like 2 of the 3 bombs, I think, went off in the launch pad, and the astronauts had to like evacuate. But one of the astronauts was killed, and apparently he was like, stabbed. And the evidence showed 2 astronauts going through into the lounge, like on the security camera. And so one of the astronauts was accused of killing the other one. They should have been the only people in that area. All right, yeah, give me just a second, Ever. I'm in the middle of something. Sorry, I just had to let that finish so I can think. There we go. So our defendant was the one that was accused. He was the other one, the one that wasn't dead. So we were trying to prove that it wasn't him. And to kind of make a long story short, we proved that it could have been someone else. We couldn't say that it couldn't have been our client, but it could have been someone else because the footage that they took, actually, when you looked at the oxygen tank levels and the levels of oxygen in the tank that you could see in the footage, you could tell that it must not have been our client that was the one carrying the person, but actually the victim was carrying our client. And the reason why was because there was 2 oxygen tanks, right? One of them was empty and the other one had 80% left. And the 80% left one was the our client's. And so we thought he used the 20% to get back to the lounge or whatever. But it turns out in the video, the person who was caught had 50% left. And if our client's was the one that had 80% left, and the video had somebody who had 50% left, that must have been the one that is now depleted. And it must have been the victims. So that's kind of how we got out of court. And so we can go back into investigating, because we sort of given the rise to the possibility that there could have been a third person. The only other weird thing, too, that was kind of, we had some back and forth with the prosecution was there was this situation where whoever was the person carrying the other person to safety, they also had this other capsule with them, and we don't really know a whole lot about what's in the capsule other than it's like samples, or it's like space samples or from like asteroids or something. So it's very important. I'm not sure why they were taking it to space though, but they've not explained that. But either way, they were for some reason carrying this capsule and the other astronaut, but they would have had to have gone down a ladder somehow. And so Blackquill theorized that whoever was the person carrying the other person just dropped that person because they were, he thinks, the victim, and they were dead, and then just climbed down with the capsule and then picked him back up. And because he was wearing a spacesuit, apparently he wouldn't be bruised by the fall. So I don't know. We're skeptical of that, but either way, we're gonna have to figure out how we can explain how they would have gotten down the ladder or what with both things in their arms. You know what I mean? But yeah. Well, yeah, it's all good, Never. I understand. I appreciate you trying to look after me, dude. So, thank you for that. But yeah, so we were going into a day one investigation, and I guess we'll get to see what's going on with the crime scene and stuff. Well, I guess there's more to it. The thing that we left off on was actually a pretty big plot point. So, when we narrowed it down that there could have been a third person, the only other two people that would know anything about what this could have been, or that could have given a false statement, would have been, what's her name? Candace Arm, who is the, like, bomb expert that defused one of the bombs at the scene of the crime. Or it could have been, I think his name is Yuri Cosmos, I think is his name. He's the head director of the entire Space Center, the Cosmo Space Center or whatever. So that's probably who we're going to be talking to. But since the bomb went off, I believe, if I remember right, Candace is now going to be dead. She was the victim of the original case in the tutorial, so she will not be able to correct her statement. So I assume at least we'll talk to Yuri, and we'll see who else we meet today. But yeah, collecting evidence. You guys ready? Sun does see radiation on seeds in space, so maybe that's what the capsule was in the capsule. Well, they said it was samples from like an asteroid or something, I think is what they said. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe it is seeds, not sure. But they were like, they made it sound like they were bringing rocks to space, and it was just like, that's weird. But yeah, if it was seeds, I wouldn't have even questioned that. Here we go. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident.
Astrolatamil_AKA_.
Thank you for lurking, Thaw.
Welcome
Because I'm lurking and listening. Yeah, no problem.
Never blaming.
Nope, double lurk. Hell yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you for lurking. Thank you. Hopefully you guys have a good night. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Okay. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Can we use like a different wording for that? You know what I'm saying? Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. This was the tutorial. We managed to clear Miss Woods' name. And then Apollo got attacked again. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate. December 19th, 3:21 p.m. Write Anything Agency. I'm surprised it didn't mention how Apollo then, like, left, saying that there was something that he had to do, but he wouldn't tell us. It was very mysterious. Very sexy. Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Tonate like that on top of all of his other injuries. Because also something happened to his eye before everything. I couldn't figure out to flashback in anime cutscene. They couldn't figure out how to flashback and... What, I don't know what you mean by that.
Apollo was resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought I'd land in a hospital of all places, or that he would.
Don't be sad, Trucy. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it.
It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating.
All right, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now, dry those eyes, both of you.
You're the only one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities, look, we have the work to do. We have to take over.
Take over what exactly?
Apollo Space Center case, of course. Has no verdict's been reached. There's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy?
Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know?
Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
Wait, right now? Now?
We better not be running the whole way.
There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy?
Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up the magic panties for you.
Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm.
Oh, she's back. Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag.
Sounds more like you forgot everything.
Can always count on Athena for that, too.
All right, you two. Let's be careful out there.
December 19th, Detention Center. Visitors room. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him.
That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
You seem to know quite a bit about him.
Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard.
Apollo told me about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right.
Mentor has a nice ring to it.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean, other than at your trial? I don't think so.
I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft.
Yikes, he seriously got to stop depressing himself.
Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere? That just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that?
After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Oh, yeah! Here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Hell yeah, dude. Get this guy going. Talk about space! Freaking love space, dude. Alright. Let's talk to him about the case. So you have no money at all, or sorry, no money. So you have no memory at all of the incident? I'm so ashamed. Dude, he just flicks back and forth, dude. My memory of the time is black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial?
You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medications secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the memory of relativity. Or sorry, than the theory. Why am I can't read? That's more certain than the theory of relativity. Seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know.
But the tranquilizers were found in your system.
Yeah, there you go, Togepi. Can't work for free. Phoenix may be a nice guy, but pro bono is a no-go, bro. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know why. Done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you. Exactly. That's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Why not lock your locker, bro?
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say. They even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like, about the murder weapon, for example. That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah. Staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove those, whose knife it was. Okay, interesting. So we just get to know now that they're from a set of the utility tools used by Space Center techs. Hey there, techs. We have, the Hat 1 miracle. Here we go. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? I feel like everything was 7, 8. It's like always about that time in this game. Only 7 years ago, some shit went down, bro. That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought it was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat 1 miracle. The miracle you made it back.
Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on forever and ever and ever without end. Damn dog. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. Well, apparently also the beeping sound. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go into space. Hell yeah, it would, dude. Are you kidding me? Outer space.
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad, I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless.
We have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there, waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. Alright, let's ask about the victim. The victim, Clay Terran. He was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now...
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Yeah. It's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time too. And I always feel encouraged too, whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those who hung around the Space Center so much, they were like a part of the staff. One time, during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? Wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now.
Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows.
You're fine! Solomon Soul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be alright.
Huh?
And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too.
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you!
Phoenix Wright is fine.
We'll get back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto.
Good idea. Let's go. All right, here we go. To the Space Center. Oh, that's not the thing. It's move, not present. Why did I click that? Entrance. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That looks like a cool place to go. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. It really does. It gives a hard amusement park vibe.
Yeah, did you know that they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gaxia logo shines in the sunlight above the entryway.
The Gaxia? G-Y-X-A? Weird.
I really dig the stars and the rocket motif it's got going.
Gaxia, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program?
Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is GYA supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA or even Gaia.
I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name really likes the letter Y.
This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu.
Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I don't know who this is. It's probably a new character. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Who's talking? This is Yuri Cosmos. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead. Who is this gonna be? There he is. I think that's Yuri Cosmos.
Yikes! Who's this geezer and what's he want?
Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science.
Pardon me, but you are...
My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos.
Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing.
If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means...
Ah, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
And who was the first victim? Who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm.
That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the Space Police?
The Space Police? You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know? You can if you're in a sci-fi. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate his case.
Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now, go ahead, have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay?
All right, time to talk to Mr. Cosmos. You're Cosmos about the bombing. Let's ask him about the man.
So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
I believe I used the word specifically in my question. No, I was just at the Cosmos Space Center. What am I doing out here? All right, I guess I better head back. Oh, here I am. Hey, what's up, Vince? Thank you for sending me to the fields, bud. It's been a while since we've had that happen.
Welcome, Vince.
I used to have like some snacks out there, but I think some rodents took them. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? What you been up to? Just had to try. Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. I appreciate it, man. I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel. To your break stations. Prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner.
That is exactly right. Because I am a man, I am an important man. My manner is important.
Because I am an important man. My manner is important. Okay. Yep, that's what he said. House stuff. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's the time of year, right? Well, it's nicer outside. You gotta get some stuff done. I hear that.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm.
Well, there's bound to be some people like that here at the boundlessness of space. Or here in the boundlessness.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well. I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now, go ahead. Have at it.
I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it. Specifically.
We just want to know specifics, damn it.
Actually selling and buying. Oh, cool. Well, that's really exciting, dude. That's really big news then. Have you, like, made any big moves yet, or are you guys just still kind of researching? What part in that process are you at?
Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day?
I refuse.
What?
Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the Space Center of the Cosmos.
Takes his Segway and just spins around.
My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about.
Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about.
Then let's at least try to ask him about the things we might be willing to open up about. Or he might be willing. I don't know why I switched that around. Like, he and we, it's like my brain's trying to flip it for some reason all the time. It's official today, I believe. Okay, so like you officially bought and sold at the same time? Is that how that worked? You have to tell me about how that experience was. Yep, nice, dude. So when's the move? All right, about Hat 1. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home?
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hat-One's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat-One reached its planned orbit, from where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat-One returned safely to Earth.
That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat-One miracle occurred, right?
Correct. And it truly was a miracle, of course. They just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So that's probably the samples that they had in the capsule, right? We get the keys the 7th. Nice, dude. That is super exciting, man. So we're you'll have to let me know where you ended up. You know, maybe give me a text or whatever. Be cool to know. You're gonna get better internet. Can you tell me that, where you're gonna end up? So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time, since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
That's quite impressive.
I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back.
I don't know why predecessors really gave me a run for my money there, yeah. For sure, yeah, I bet. Nice, cool.
That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from the asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the Regent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
Guess even a space program has to watch its budget.
By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
Is that so? Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engines, max battle speed, and engage.
I wish they had like an animation of him just scooting away or something, kicking up a bunch of dust.
That thing is surprisingly fast.
I guess we better get going too.
You bet. Let's make it so.
Nice. I love the Star Trek references. 2 in a row. Yes. We can't even examine here, so they're not going to let us waste our time with that. I appreciate that. The boarding lounge. This is where they found the body, I think. Look at that giant thing. Aliens Among Us? Cue Among Us sound. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, boarding lounge. So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side of the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launchpad 1 after the explosion.
You there. No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk.
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Well, let's see. What trick should I use on him today?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
So, to get the Launchpad 1 corridor, or to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with a blue rocket on it, I think.
Wait, that door looks awfully familiar.
Good eye there, boss.
That would be the one that they were coming through.
This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the Launchpad.
Ah, that explains it.
The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on, let's go.
Okay, let's go. To the Launchpad 1 corridor. Oh, we got a vacuum bot, dude. Sick.
I vacuum.
December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor. Where's Fulbright? So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape.
Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building.
I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
This Phoenix seems pretty cool. Yeah, he's definitely like changed his attitude a little bit, you know, like he's less like fumbling all the time, I guess, you know what I mean? I think it's because he's now like the older guy. He went through the whole like, I don't know if you got to see any of the Apollo Justice game, but he was like not a lawyer anymore, and he wore like a beanie and stuff, and he was all mysterious and all this stuff. So he's become like this mysterious like mentor. In this game, he's a little less mysterious, and he's more kind of a little more back to Phoenix, but he definitely feels like he has a lot more confidence, and he knows more about what's going on, you know? So it's now like Apollo still has a little bit of fumblingness to him, and then we have Athena now, who's like the rookie, and so she fumbles a lot. So yeah, it's kind of cool to have Phoenix this way, I will say. And this is the first time we've actually been able to play as Phoenix. We got to play as a little bit as Phoenix in the tutorial, and then it's been like Apollo and Athena mostly, and then we're finally Phoenix again. So that's been cool. It's been cool that we've been able to be more than one person. I think that's pretty cool. Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it?
Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? All right, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me. You info bandits, I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
A little too willing to give it up, huh? He's a brick house today, huh? Letting it all hang out. Seems like a good universe. Yeah, I really like it. It's been great. It was interesting. I was reading up about how I guess the original guy who thought of the universe didn't want to continue it past the original trilogy, I think is what it was. So that's kind of interesting. You know, I respect that sentiment for sure, but I'm glad they did. Unruly family dog, this ain't Gumshoe Phoenix. Yeah, Gumshoe's definitely more of a family dog vibes, right? I feel that. All right, the crime scene. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard, and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? Oh.
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
Okay, this is a little too much.
No, that's okay, but thanks.
Definitely not the Fulbright I know.
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. All right, what happened exactly? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective? That's right. I was here on a security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay.
Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There is an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So, where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way.
Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No. We lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too, and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal! But climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay?
Wow. And Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too.
Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. A witness? The witness. Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside?
That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? That's the most important thing of all.
Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere in here in the Space Center. You might even run into her. A 4th floor employee, huh? All right. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well, actually,
Something you can't talk about?
Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. But, well, I'll be on my way now.
Okay, something he's very unsure about. A little discord in there, Athena. You feeling that? What was that all about?
Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time I see him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though.
Well, we have permission to investigate now, so let's head back to the boarding lounge. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. The boarding lounge. Ah, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you like.
Oh, that's all right, but thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? So, this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. According to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big.
Don't worry. We can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet? For tourists?
Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door I went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Space Center pamphlet added to the court record. A pamphlet for visitors to the Space Center. It includes a diagram of the boarding lounge.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window?
Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Phew, that's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway.
The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
All right, fine. Let's get investigating. All right, time to examine. Oh yeah, I don't have to go to the bottom screen anymore.
A window, and it's right next to the holographic image too.
Really breaks the immersion, you know what I'm saying?
I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire.
See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality.
Uh-huh. Virtual insanity. That's pretty cool. Gyro up there. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity.
Uh-oh. Tina has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her. But I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there.
Oh, what's that? Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight.
Oh, so that's what the glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank.
I think you're right. But if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder.
It must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad.
Hee hee, way to go, Apollo.
Hell yeah. Good job, Apollo.
What the fuck is that? At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape. Then there's that creature.
Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what the surface looked like.
I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that.
It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back.
Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there.
You sure about that?
Let's check out this table. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says.
That seems so dangerous to have in here. What are you doing?
If you spin the table, your chair spins too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G?
What about all the G's they gotta have when they're launching up in space? Oh, I didn't mean to click that again, my bad.
Okay.
Got a big Swakel on the ground. That ain't nothing? Okay.
Ain't no thing.
Check out this door. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here in this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy.
People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know.
Details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor.
Yeah, because that's how maps work. I can tell because of the way it is. And that's pretty neat. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east, in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yup, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here for a while?
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time.
I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room. And since we're here...
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena.
So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies.
Control room door lock. The door lock to the east. It can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out, so that's gonna matter. Faux show though. Okay, what about that last door? Downey.
This is the lower door. Oh, excuse me, I mean south door. It leads to the elevators.
I guess got robots down, people up. This is a door we came through when we entered the room, right?
Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Well, that's about it for the three muscadors of the boarding lounge.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. And so I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Okay, we seem to have flipped around. That's cool. Might as well. A bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. And that's a giant monster. A monster! This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape.
Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with a love and peace.
Hell yeah, dude. If you're done now, shall we move on?
Yeah, okay, but just one more for the road. Peace.
This makes me think of Vash the Stampede. Doesn't he say that when he's saying peace? Love and peace.
Very mature.
Oh, we can get a closer look here, huh? What's this thing over here? I'm most curious about that. Some switch on the wall?
I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require a knob security like this?
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off.
Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for.
Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine?
If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in.
Then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
Okay. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark?
Well, I guess when we can try. Now, to line my hand up with the outline.
Don't, Athena, this thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect.
Aww, how can we be so cruel to a little girl like me?
I'm not buying those tears, Missy. Oh, I'm not buying those tears, Missy.
Alligator tears. All right. Now the dough.
Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright.
So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device. Yeah, we just looked at it, Phoenix. Come on, bro.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
Oh yeah, this is in the past. The notion of a third party on the Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
Then, does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system?
But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small.
Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up.
Hell yeah! She's like Emma 2.0. Well, I'm just kidding. Nobody replaces Emma, okay?
I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it.
Wow, way to think ahead. Now, let's dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find.
You got it. Now to sprinkle some here, and a little over here, and...
Oh, we don't get to do it? Athena does it? Oh, come on, dude. But we have this whole mechanic that we worked out in the last couple of games, and we rarely use it. Son of a bitch. I enjoy doing that. The whole blowing it off with the mic. Gotta say, a little heartbroken.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aw, it's only a single set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing?
Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right. And there's a security footage of this door, too.
Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day.
I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away.
Yeah, he's almost in too good of a mood today.
Let's see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. She's not only taking up his job, but she's taking our job as the player. Yes, she is. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? First Emma, now us? Oh, betrayal. That is so true. Let's see here. Nothing else, just those three things, huh? I mean, why are we looking at this? I mean, this is something we can comment on, all right? Trash bins. What is this thing? Can we comment on this? Phoenix? What do you think? Oh, it's like a little crane game thing or something? A little lunar landing? Warning, helmet use required. Please use the moonwalk apparatus responsibly. Oh, okay. You get in it and it simulates moon gravity. I see. It's like a little, honestly, like those baby things, right? Don't babies have that? They like hang it in a doorway or whatever, and then they can bounce up and down on it. It's like that, but for adults. Hey, I'm down. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults.
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high."
Then what good is this thing?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Like, if I can't have fun on it, then why the fuck did anybody make it? Oh, I thought we were looking at the sign. We're looking at the grate. There's something shiny. Here's mine.
Hey, I see something shiny down there.
Let's take this cover off then. Oh, is that a bullet?
What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 or 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10?
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right?
Yes. I've never heard of a .1 caliber gun before, or a 10 caliber. Yeah, I would have thought it was like a 22 if it was that small. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun.
I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular size gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah, it must have been a really small gun.
Wonder how the bullet ended up here.
It's crazy how we would know the caliber of it that like easily. I don't know, maybe just me. I don't know caliber so well.
I mean, we're in the bottom left on the south door side of the room, according to this map.
Well, I guess he's a lawyer. He probably sees evidence all the time.
That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look there.
Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. Bullet added to the court record, discovered in the gutter that runs along the south wall of the boarding lounge. It was fired from a .10 caliber handgun.
Interesting. Can we look at this now? There we go. Now we can comment on the trash. What's this? A trapdoor?
It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throws the garbage out from here.
The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies.
No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one on the launch pad, one corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want.
Oh yeah, we should. I wanted to talk to it. Don't imagine we can... Yeah, nothing there. Okay. Still have not looked at the chalk line. Don't want to get stuck in the chalk zone, you know what I'm saying? Alright, here we go. Jumping in. So this is where they discovered Clay.
Yeah. He was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo.
Ah, poor guy. So he was stretched out like this and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos?
That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo.
It's the capsule.
He said it contains asteroid samples.
Yeah, asteroid samples that like just arrived, I assume. I assume those are the samples that Yuri was talking about. He was all happy they just arrived. Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? Exactly. They were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Hey, that'd be sick. Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? Alright, let's see. I think we're done looking around from this angle. Let's try another angle. Check out this pod. What's that? A cryo chamber? These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session.
I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do a thing.
It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. Yeah, what? Come on, Athena. Little cell phone down here? What up with that? There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here. Or is that how you turn off the screen?
Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons.
There are such things as buttons left unpushed.
Click. Pushed. Ah, that's how you turn them off.
Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah. Though that side of the wall still seems kind of barren without it now. Still, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. Okay, now the image is off. Look at, what are these? Are these like fucking future hookahs or what? What's going on there? Smoke some space drugs with my space hookah. With the holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court.
But at least it's got my brain revved up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these.
Okay, well, we were supposed to find something different, though. I always liked this concept of investigating. Oh, yeah, actually looking around the room in the game and everything as the game mechanic. Hell yeah. I feel like more games should use it. And, you know, I keep hearing, you know, every once in a while about more games. Oh, I thought that was a spider web, but it's actually a crack. Interesting. Probably from the same thing that caused this piece up here. Interesting. Like, I will say, I think I almost want to say I like the Edgeworth Investigations one's the best, too. But, I mean, it's not like it's much different than this, but it was kind of cool to actually be able to walk around the scene and talk to people. That did have a bit of charm to it, I will say. But this is a lot less animation work, to be fair. The Edgeworth was probably the Investigations is probably a pretty animation-intensive game. A lot of art. It looks so much like a spider's web.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun.
You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun here, right?
Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet anywhere?
No. The police might have taken it, though.
No, come on, guys. It didn't realize that I'd already found the bullet. We'll add it to the court record. A single bullet hole was found in the boarding lounge. The bullet itself is missing. No, it's not. It's right here, dude. It's literally right next to it in the court record. Guess I missed this one. Sounds good, though. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got to play as Edgeworth for he had 2 whole games. One of which never came to America. I had to play a fan-translated copy of it. But yeah, you would actually walk around the room and examine scenes, because what it was like, it was actually a lot like this, but what it would be was each area where sometimes in Phoenix Wright games will zoom in, and then you click on more things. That would be like when you walked up to something and then clicked it. If it wasn't a single item, it would then zoom into it, and you'd have like a regular view like we have right here, and you'd investigate. But then you would deduce stuff, which was really cool, because you'd have like some other piece of evidence, and then you would click on this and be like, I want to like associate this with this piece of evidence and deduce something from it. And that was pretty cool. It was much more complicated than this is. This is much more straightforward as far as the mechanics go, but it was pretty cool. I liked the complexity of it.
Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome.
Yikes, what in the world?
My name is Ponko. Ponco. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you.
It's a robot?
I am not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. Ponco. Ponko.
Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, Ponko, I've missed you.
Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena?
Oh, she showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy.
Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Huh?
Ouch, that hurt.
Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko.
Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too.
His name is Phoenix.
A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face.
Oh, sure.
Registering. Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
Huh. This robot is pretty cute.
You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great?
Phoenix! Athena! Allow me to guide you. Right this way.
Oh, goody. Let's go, boss.
Go where?
To the rocket, apparently. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center.
Space Museum.
Oh, look at that. Aliens.
Oh, wow. What is this place? Is that rocket real?
Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the HAT-1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it is the same size as the real one.
The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map.
The opposite side, huh? Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1.
Space Center pamphlet's been updated.
It includes a diagram of the boarding lounge and a cross-section view of the Space Center.
Ask me anything, anything. I will explain.
Okay. The HAT-1. This is quite the place. Can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up.
This is a replica of the HAT-1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real HAT-1 inside and out. Its little brother, the HAT-2, was supposed to launch the other day.
I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was canceled.
Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out, check it out.
Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this photo of?
Phoenix! That is the staff of the HAT-1 project.
Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different.
And that's...
What is it, Athena? Is something wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young, too, that's all.
Well, it was 7 years ago after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck.
It's Clay Terran, the victim.
So they were mentor and protege even way back then. And he's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member.
No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. Ah, nice. Welcome back, Stella.
Welcome back.
Everybody looks so happy.
This space museum is great. What fantastic exhibits.
This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor.
Would it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of budget cuts. Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money. Money.
Who'd record that kind of information into a guide robot?
That's funny.
While it was in space, the HAT-1 launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what Director Cosmos said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed.
And here it is, the Hope space probe.
I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that the victim was carrying.
because that's where the capsules came from. Or, yeah, the capsules came from, right? Let's say, Domm, your voice acting was always good, but it's gotten better over time, and it's one of my favorite things to tune into. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's a good time, for sure.
I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her.
Okay, I'm reading you loud and clear there, Phoenix buddy. I gotta go to present, don't we?
Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right?
Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe.
It contained the asteroid samples, right?
Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed! It must not be removed!
Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened.
They do? They do? I must ask them later.
So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion.
The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. But it's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents.
Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer.
I feel like that would be not how any of this was handled as far as the samples go. I've watched videos on how they handle moon rocks, and there's no way they'd be this cavalier with them. There's no way. It's gonna be fun celebrating with family. Hell yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for you, Stella. I think that'll be a good time. The Hope capsule. Found in the victim's possession. It recently returned from a 7-year mission and contains asteroid samples. All right, launchpad layout.
The way the Space Center launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you?
The setup of the launch pad?
Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind.
I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too.
Great, now Athena's got a case of ponkoitis.
Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launch pad over the rails. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all.
It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center.
I guess everybody is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included.
I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh?
That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged.
I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures.
I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for?
Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold.
Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable.
Lost 13 pounds over 2 months. Nice. Just from diet and exercise. Feeling good. Except I do miss my carbs. Yeah. That's how it'll be. You'll have to figure out a way to introduce carbs in like a acceptable amount for yourself. You know what I mean? That's what I've tried to do over the last few years. It's just like, what's like an acceptable amount of carbs in my life? Like the lowest amount I can eat and not be going too far. You know? I still dance on that line. I've had a small one. We're thinking about doing the same on our 10-year anniversary. Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Well, then, wait. Well, when was the last time it was moved?
Come on, you accidentally click on button. Searching data. I'm sorry. That answer isn't in my answer database.
I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions.
Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum.
Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well.
I'd love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently.
Hee it's because Ponko is so friendly.
Well, what should we investigate next?
Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about.
Let's see. The security footage and the fingerprint data, was it?
Okay, now let's go back to the Launchpad 1 corridor.
Bye, Ponko. See you later.
Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop.
Poor Ponko. What a Dickensian life we are all forced to lead.
All right, and we're on the move. Back to the Launchpad 1 corridor. Yeah, me too. I hope that move is as least stressful as possible. Yeah, moving sucks, dude. So yeah, I hope it goes swimmingly for you. I mean, it seems like you're gonna have some more space. I did take a quick peek at what you sent me. It looks like you got a pretty good amount of space. Looks like a pretty nice place. Let's look if you could tie his key down. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I just stopped fighting the green screen. Because I've gotten to this place somehow, I might have to take a look at my lighting, where if I get it to where the tie shows up, there's like a little bit of green screen fuzz you'll see right here in the middle of the screen. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. I'd rather not have a tie and not have any fuzz. So that was the trade-off I'm doing now. But I feel like I used to be able to have them both. But yeah, you know. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center, Launchpad 1 corridor.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
There's Detective Fulbright. Still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then.
If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him.
You mean that lady in distress bit?
Oh. Woe is me.
Should be good. We only have 3 days, so hopefully we have enough help and stuff. Oh, yeah, there you go, yeah. Just let me know if you need another hand. Agreed, you will be tieless, but we still accept it. Yeah, I mean, you get that the tie is there, I guess. It's a tie-shaped hole, at least, right? We at least have that. And there's small bits of it that come in and out. You can tell it's an Apollo. You know, I should... Honestly, I don't even know why I'm dressed as Apollo now. I forgot. Now we're Phoenix, since Apollo leaves this part of the story. I should have just dressed... I think I don't even have it down here. I think it's in my closet. I need to have my Phoenix shirt on. That's what I'll try to do next week, since we're playing as Phoenix. I think we still got 2 parts of this. All right, Fulbright, what do you got? All right, let's see here. A bullet hole at the scene or fingerprint data? Let's we'll go with something a little bit less. Fingerprint data. I feel like the bullet hole, that'll be an interesting one. So let's go with the least interesting one first. So I'm gonna start with that. Quote save. Nice. I'm glad to know that that worked out. Hell yeah. Still working.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Ah, yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though.
Whoa, he got Apollo and my prints. He even got prints for all of the robots.
How did... What?
I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep.
Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too.
I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints.
Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get them past to fingerprint lock. Yeah, did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Okay. Right, we clicked on this picture earlier. Isn't this just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door? Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? It's that friggin' knob, bro. Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it.
Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow.
Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss.
Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run a test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice we trust. The robots have unique prints, right? They must have like scratches or something on the tips. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. Which, that's totally legit. Nothing wrong with that.
His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then.
Yeah, that's very true. Launchpad 1 door lock. Starbucks prints were found on this door lock. Also, see photo taken after the incident. Okay, now we got the bullet hole at the scene. We'll talk about that. I like him, but Gumshoe, he's still my favorite. Oh yeah, absolutely. Fulbright does not even come close to Gumshoe, but he is a cool character. I do enjoy him, but yeah, it's like you just can't replace Gumshoe. He was like so relatable and lovable, you know what I mean? I think maybe that's partially kind of like them trying to go with like the original guy who like made the series' like idea of like, I don't want you to continue dragging out the same stuff over and over again. So it's like, okay, well, we'll switch people out, you know, everybody moves on, you know? So some people you don't get to see again. Try to keep it different. He's dynamic, Fulbright, I give him that. Yeah, he is dynamic. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. He has more of like a, yeah, character changes and stuff, right? Like what you're saying. He's more dynamic for sure. Gumshoe is very static. But Gumshoe becomes like the Deus Ex Machina kind of thing or whatever, you know, like the last thing that comes in right before we think all hope is lost, and all of a sudden Gumshoe comes in. I think it's one thing that really endeared him to us, probably. Definitely part of why I love the guy, because he always comes in with the evidence like, I got it! And he's gotten a car accident once too because he was trying to bring us evidence. Yeah, we got all those memories. It's hard to compete with that, you know? But we're making memories with Fulbright, so that's all good. We found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Really? Detective Arm? That's right. A warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high-threat situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details, but with Detective Arm gone and all.
But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together.
We already know Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course.
I hope it goes down easy.
Okay, so he's got nothing else left to talk about. I do like this music.
Beep dee bop.
Should I show him the bullet too? See what he's got to say about that. Something for the lost and found. I'll be sure to take care of it.
No, no, no. This is an important piece of evidence.
Okay. I'll just show him the actual bullet hole. You see anything different about that? Nope. Let's just present everything to him, fuck it. Nope. Control room door lock? Why not? Alright, that's enough. Everything else we've probably already presented at some point. I think we just need to move. Where to? The boarding lounge? Nope. Entrance? Nope. Detention center? I'm just like going backwards. Oh. Nope. Space Museum? Why would we go back here? Nope. We have to show something to somebody. It's always what this is. In this situation, it's always I need to show somebody something. The only person I have to show anything to is this robot now. So, let's see. Did we show them the capsule?
The capsule from the space probe Hope. The probe's separated from the HAT-1 in space and went into the asteroid. It took 7 years, but it found its way back to Earth a few days ago. Welcome home.
I can't believe you still don't remember. You say it's back, not welcome home.
It's back! It's back!
Wait, why do you know what she was taught?
Huh? Oh, when I came here with Apollo, I heard a member of the staff teacher.
I can't help but think I'm missing something here.
Okay, so that wasn't much. We got a little something out of that, maybe. Could ask about the control room, maybe? Okay. Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay. No, don't cry.
I'll try to do better in the future. Please don't hate me.
I thought it was gonna be like a short message.
The poor thing, now I feel bad for asking.
Yeah, you're really making me not want to ask any more questions here. Security camera video? I doubt you'd have anything to say about that. Okay, that's not that. There we go. Maybe this utility knife? I mean, it's like used by the Space Center techs. Do you have anything to say about that? No? Okay. For the shot. Huh, you know, I'm not sure. Let's see. Was there anywhere? I guess I haven't gone back to the Write Anything agency. We need to talk to Trucy? Well, here's Trucy. Nothing to, well, we can see if we, what, can we say anything to her? Yeah, what to do? What do you think? Trucy, I know you haven't been a part of this at all. What do you think? You went to visit Apollo in the hospital, right? How was he?
He seemed to be doing well. He was doing his Chords of Steel exercise in his room.
I guess he's pretty gung-ho to get back to work. So this is before he sets off to do something, huh? Was he shouting stuff like, objection, and I'm fine?
No, he was yelling. Thank you for coming to visit me, and thank you, doctor, for taking care of me. And stuff like that.
I guess those voice workouts can be pretty flexible. Okay, any ideas? Question mark? Notice anything, Trucy?
What do you mean, Daddy? Is your attorney's badge somehow different? Did you bend it out of shape or something?
It's not that easy to bend something so small out of shape, you know?
Then did you change your hairstyle? Or maybe it's your suit. I don't know. You look like you always do to me, Daddy.
That really wasn't what I was asking. Hey, she was trying. Is there something we still needed to show to Fulbright somehow? I'm gonna have to get a hint. I have no idea. Let's just find out. Shit, bro. Yeah, he was annoying his bunkmate or whatever. Yeah, I can see that. He just keeps screaming like, shut up, dude. But my cords of steel. Okay, whoa, what? Oh, I have to look at the fingerprint data? That makes sense. Is that, wait, is that what it says? Oh, no, that's not what it was. That's how I had to present that to him. Where did that? Oh, yeah. Okay, it was a security camera video. We mentioned that earlier. We wanted to show him that. Even though we already had that from the court, we have more we want to ask him about it. That's what it was. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the Boarding Lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage. Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Oh. Huh? The screen went blank. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. The after effects, like the program? A little CGI up in here? I have no idea where the game is trying to go. Sometimes it's something so small. Yeah. Yeah, and this one, it was like, this particular case, they did say it earlier. We, like, when we were looking at the camera in the lounge, we did say, like, oh, we need to ask Fulbright if we can see just after it. But it's kind of interesting that it wasn't one of the options in the talking thing. Because, like, we clearly stated earlier we wanted to ask him that. I guess we're just supposed to remember. So there's no footage after this point.
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning?
Security camera video updated in the court record. Video showing the defendant and victim's escape from the corridor. The video ends immediately after this scene. Something definitely seems to be up with you, detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figure we work together. We'll get that much closer to justice, right?
But it seems like something really's been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. Oh, here we go. Hell yeah, because we're Phoenix. Let me get some low-quality texture Cyclops. They're noticeably blurry compared to everything else on the screen. Like, those chains look fucking great, but those Cyclops look like shit, dude. Just next to everything. It'd be fine, you know, if not everything else was high quality.
It's been a while, but those are definitely Cyclops.
Hmm? Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No, I was just talking about Athena. You know, her last name's Sykes, bro. No, psych lock. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. oh, yes, of course. We all know about psych locks. I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this Magatama.
Presenting evidence can break those locks
It's like it's trying to give me a tutorial.
and reveal any secrets they're hiding.
Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? Wait, how much did they bilk you out of for that piece of bilk? I've never heard of that slang. Is that like swindle? Let me see. Oh, let me ask, what does bilk mean? The automatic, see the automatic answer? Everyone is required to take a trip to the Fey Manor at least once in their life.
Means to cheat or defraud someone, usually by taking their money dishonestly. Welcome in Domm Dynamite. It can also refer to avoiding paying debts or obligations.
Okay, avoiding paying debts or obligations. Interesting. Cheat or defraud someone, usually by taking their money dishonestly. Huh. So I guess he's trying to say, like, he doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's a bunch of hocus pocus. And he's like, so how much they swindle you out for that, dude? You think you're seeing a fucking Cyclops, bro? Uh-huh. Highly doubt. If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. Yeah, like myself?
I'm more than capable of representing myself, thank you very much.
It isn't some kind of fraud, it really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. That's so funny.
I can use the Magatama on him by touching it softly.
Oh, that's cool. I like the little, the lock symbol for this one. That's cute. Take that! You son of a bitch! I think you're hiding something, Detective. So why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice?
Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over.
Life, love, or justice? I mean, probably justice. Since we're at the start of this, we're definitely doing a little gum save. Justice! I really understand what's been bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles. Isn't that right? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yup. Peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim as long as this exists. Because of the evacuation thing? I assume it's the evacuation report. Police officers and riot police who had been standing by gave the evacuation instructions. I'll try that one. Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Gotcha! Now, hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset, and that is gotta be Candace Arm. Why would a bomb disposal person be here? Detective Arm specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand. means that you people knew there was a possibility that a bombing would occur.
Oh, you got me, Mr. Right.
Unlock successful. You were easy, full brain. Just as easy as Gumshoe. What you can't say.
All right, I concede. You win. It's just as you say.
A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? How was the warning delivered? By phone, and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset.
It's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know.
Yeah, I want to know about that too. Since the beginning, we were all wondering that, dude. You kidding me?
Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind that. What are the rules but things to be broken, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
I think we guessed that much.
So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it.
So you weren't told why either, huh?
No. I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder.
Yeah, it would have to have.
But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past?
A phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather.
Haunted for 7 years. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about?
Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow.
Wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to the case?
Yup. This case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone.
So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom.
Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago. That's where Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how this phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related.
Yeah, I can see why he'd think that.
This incident and the phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is his phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during his last trial and all.
The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction.
I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative.
Don't worry. That's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't.
Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you.
I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again.
Welcome in Tyler X.
So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court.
You really care you really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
Why can I not read that right? It was like want and what being right next to each other. Hey, Ty, welcome in. Leave the courtroom to us.
It's not like we want a guilty verdict either.
I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful for the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago.
Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust. On 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay, later. And he shows us his badge, just, you know, just because that's what he does when he yells that. Now I'm working my new job. Yeah, how you like that new job, dude? I remember you telling us about that last time you were in.
There he goes. There he goes again.
Wait, were we supposed to say "In justice we trust" back there too? Is that what he was trying to say?
Let's go see that witness now.
All right, the Space Center entrance it is. I'm just gonna take it straight there. I'm gonna use this as a moment to go take a restroom break really quick before we meet somebody new. It's the witness. Second Domm's questions. How are you liking the job? Yeah. How is that? Love that robot mindlessly sweeping. Yeah, in the background. I love vacuum bots for some reason. It reminds me of in Hi-Fi Rush. I remember there was a bunch of robots around the maps in that game too, and they were always like little vacuum bots and stuff. I always thought that was funny. All right, I'm gonna take a quick BRB and use the restroom real quick, guys. But we'll be back to meet the witness, so don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages. Larry or Old Bag, that'd be so funny if it was one of them. I would love that. Dude, I think you're just trying to torture me at this point. Meow stares at you. Her eyes widen. She wants to go now. Do you want to cut open me? I guess, yes. Fuck you. Come on. She stares at me. She struggles to break free. Let's do that bonfire ritual. Hell yeah. Plus 30. Everybody loves it when we do this. You know, we light a huge fire. We all get naked. We dance. Everybody loves it. It's always a good time.
Feel like you're part of the Olympic action. Play McDonald's. When the U.S. wins, you win Olympic game.
What is that, Mom? Basketball. The U.S. wins. Then we win.
When the U.S. wins a medal in the event on your game card, you win a Big Mac. Or regular fries. Or regular Coca-Cola. Or win up to $10,000 instantly. So go to McDonald's and collect your game cards. Because when the U.S. wins, you win.
Way to go, Mom.
They're all $100 bills. Talk about big bucks.
Big bucks. Sacks of cash found in the storeroom. A big deal went down here. Hold on. A big deal went down and then they left all the money here? And it's like the money is just the leftover shit. That's just the paraphernalia that just gets left over after the deal. They don't actually take the money. It just gets brought to the deal and then it's just like trash.
We don't need that. I just want to do my job. I just want to touch dead bodies all day and put fluids in them and stuff. Just let me go.
I'm easier. How did I do that? Ba, ba, ba. Can I kiss myself, dude?
Thank you for the sunny and chill stream, guys. I presume you mean funny, but
I just want resources.
Ah! Whoa! Hold him down. He's still in shock. Get the tranquilizer. I am Thanos. I will snap you out of existence or something. I did nothing wrong. It's because it's a pixelated game. I didn't look at the wall. Was I supposed to think that was a fucking door? I mean, come on, dude. You think that's a fucking door? I mean, what am I supposed to fucking know? The fucking door right there, dude? What the fuck is even...
What is even going on? I don't even get what's happening right now. Can you just stop throwing that dirt on my face? Come on. I'm like so dead.
I'm like in and out of existence, huh?
Oh my god.
Are you the messy boy who lives here? Messy, messy me. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's messy in here. Oh, my lord. Hey, Greg. Hey, I know those other guys aren't very cool, but I'm cool. You can talk to me, bro.
Gregory.
Ruh-roh. Look at that, my mouth is twerking. Is that a mouth twerk? Can that be a thing? Twerk it. Makes sense to me. Oh shit. I shot it. Oh. Okay, well that happened. Soon, however, figures cloaked in red begin appearing in the playground, and John is stopped by the red figures. A letter shown after appears to be written to Amy. No. It's the back of it. Dee ba 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 bleep boop. Whoop. Why does it sound so sad? Does it sound sad?
Ghosty don't know what to do with that boy. Ghosty sad. Oh, I possessed the bunny. Oh, how'd I do that? But where are all the slime at?
Take a picture of me, Lotta. Yes. Yes, get my good side. There you go, that's my good side. My behind. Yes, perfect.
Gregory.
He's shy.
Gregory.
Too shy, too shy.
No, we do the song. We do the song.
No, too shy, too shy.
No, we do the song. We say we do the song, so we're gonna do the song.
Okay, we do the song.
Okay, too shy, too shy.
Here?
Too shy.
I can't seem to find the endings. They're supposed to be here, but I can't see them. Oh my god.
There's no escape this time. You know that. You want to know why I go after pretty little things like you?
No one's gonna miss you. It's as simple as that. There's always more of you. Ladies of the night. You're all dimes a dozen. Replaceable. Forgettable. Dead.
I can't wait for that to come out. That'll be so cool when that's done. Welcome back. I've changed into the proper attire as I discussed earlier. Took a little moment to go grab the shirt and tie. Oh, and we are not centered. There we go. Close enough. All right, you guys ready to keep going? Oh, and by the way, that sounds like a really cool job, Ty, to be able to just be walking around the trails and stuff, you know, get to flex your tree knowledge. That sounds awesome, man. Glad you've been enjoying it. And now I have a visible tie now, too, exactly. I also have a disabled tie. Yeah, that's true. Poor guy. Sorry. All right, December 19th, Cosmos Space Center entrance. The witness must be around here somewhere. Oh my gosh, it's a robot! That's awesome. Now we know what voice we're using here.
Hello, hello.
Uh-oh, don't tell me the witness is a robot.
Hello, come over here.
Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Glonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you?
I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out.
Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around.
Oh no, never mind. I thought it was gonna be Yuri Cosmos. No, it's this lady.
Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk.
Whoa.
Whoa, wrong voice.
Whoa. I'm outside. I am wandering. When did that happen?
Okay, back to work, hunk of junk. You don't know how to close. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you in the curb on trash day.
Put you to the curb on trash day.
Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah, me when I break my leg and became a disabled Thaya. There you go. I'm going to be a sage and happy and have nearly a scratch. I see what you're saying. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Was she the witness then? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney on this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackquill. Oh. Blackquill, huh? Interesting. Sister? I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center.
Blackquill? Could she be?
And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk.
My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Glonko. That's me, Miss Aura.
Quit complaining. Your model number is PONCO2.
But Miss Aura, everyone calls me Glonko.
Quit your squawking already.
No, what are you doing? No, don't.
There. I bet you won't be talking back now.
I will obey completely.
Yikes, I better watch what wires I cross with this one.
Alright, now we get to talk to her. It's kind of funny because, like, in a way, there's a bit of a parallel. Like, she's, like, forcing this robot to do what she wants, and Black Quill forces people to do what he wants, right? Or coerces them, anyway. Robot abuse indeed. Like that Boss Town Dynamics video, you know what I'm saying? Your last name. Your last name is Blackquill. Do you have a relative in the legal profession?
You are correct. Simon Blackquill, who used to be a prosecutor, is...
Shut up. Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him?
Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? Uh-oh. It's not a good face. It's like Von Karma was a tech nerd. Yeah, I can see that. She's got a little bit of Von Karma energy, a little bit. Someone call Robot Protective Services, right? RPS.
What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off?
Athena being shy? This is new.
Oh, yeah. I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk?
Ah, Miss Aura, that hurts.
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me? Useless hunk of junk.
But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak.
I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Blackwell family life must sure be interesting.
Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with.
Okay. The witness! So, you're the person who witnessed the incident?
That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. In the robotics lab.
Oh, a new room unlocked.
The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to do. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms?
Must have been a very troubling experience.
Probably best to just humor her here.
Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge 1 window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it.
So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it? I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed?
This is no time to just nod and repeat.
So you saw into the 3rd floor lounge? The very scene of the crime?
That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, and I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand.
Is her hair pointy, or is she wearing a headband? I think it's her hair. I think that's what it is. She honestly, and maybe this is what they were going for. She reminds me of Cutman. I think that's his name. From Mega Man? Cutman. Images. Yeah, sort of. Okay, here, I'll look it up on this one. For some reason, she just really reminds me of Cutman. No. Maximized. Let's see. What's a good picture that kind of gets my point? I guess this one? Kind of reminds me of that. See, it's got the little, like, screw there. I think that's really what, like, kind of pulls it together. Is it's got the little screw and then the two things, so it kind of looks like scissors in the back. Okay, that's a good cut man deal. See what I mean? It's a really big screw though. Proportions are different, but just made my first successful batch of beef jerky. Feeling good. Hell yeah, man. It's so like easy to do once you just get all the tools. It's so much fun. They're both Capcom franchises. That's true. That is very true. For sure, could be a nod. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it could be. But yeah, anyways.
And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who the person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder. Yes. I saw the figure with the lighter raise the knife and... It happened at precisely 10 a.m.
Could not say precisely.
Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you, it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had good taste in knickknacks, anyway.
An Earth emblem on the lighter. I better remember that.
Okay, interesting. I think Yuri Cosmos has that. For some reason, I'm really suspicious of Mr. Cosmos. I don't know why he would do it. I have no motive, but I'm suspicious, dude. Yeah, I guess it's because he was like the only other person that had entrance into that area, but it doesn't make him guilty. It reminds me, I tried a sample of Korean barbecue jerky at Costco one day. It was pretty good and might actually have to buy a bag. Oh, nice. Some Korean barbecue jerky. Oh, I'd like to try that.
Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbucks' innocence with it. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry, I just detest lawyers, that's all.
What don't you like about lawyers?
It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad, I hate prosecutors even more.
That didn't make me feel any better, actually.
She got some music going on now. Why you hate lawyers? Let's dive into that. Why don't you have a seat? Let me ask you a few questions. What do you hate about a lawyer? Why do you hate lawyers so much?
Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place.
I certainly don't agree.
I mean, people are imperfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. They can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey you! Look alive there!
God, poor little guy. Oh, now he's evil.
Yes, here I go. I am the ultimate robot and I can operate a vacuum in extreme heat. My robots rule the world and...
Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away.
Huh? What was I doing?
Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans, with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about. That's what makes us human. Well, the girl finally talks, and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snorting like that? A rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch your boss? Get a hold of yourself, Athena. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can you possibly trust the legal system? Damn, she's hardcore. I think I like her. Does this account as property damage at this point? Oh yeah, because that robot probably belongs to the space center. Is that what you're getting at? So she distressed not only lawyers
and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
I bet it happened 7 years ago. Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial, because I'd much rather kill them myself. You can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck.
Oh, this?
Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget?
Oh, I get it. Well, well. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Wait, what?
Her royal what? Is she talking about Athena?
By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yeah, that's right. You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, so why should I care?
What? What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Splendid.
As if she would give us that. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you all right, Athena? You seem very down.
I just can't believe she said all those things!
Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it all show this? Has she been trying not to let it show all this time?
Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time.
You mean that whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that.
Well, all I can do is believe in what we're doing.
Yeah. You're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck.
A good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement.
All right then. Next stop, the detention center. Here we go. I bet you that's what we're gonna start with. The big ol' sigh. December 19th, detention center, visitors room. My lawyers are here. Must be bad news.
Hey, not necessarily.
We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're going to let me go? Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person. Oh, I should have known. My stars never align just right, too.
But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murder had a lighter on with an Earth emblem on it.
A lighter? With an Earth emblem? Oh!
Did you remember something?
Yup, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would be helpful, so please tell us what you remembered. Alright, we're gonna ask him about the lighter. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now, I remember I woke up for a few brief moments.
That's huge! Do you remember seeing anything?
A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good, good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. A dark shadow. That must have been...
The third party we've been looking for.
Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more help than you know.
If we can prove that there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion.
The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus.
Should probably tidy the evidence up a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder.
Irrelevant evidence tidied up. And now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance?
For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic.
December 19th. Write Anything Agency.
So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy.
Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court.
As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldoon's Noodles.
Come on down to Eldoon's Noodles. Like halfway through he was saying that, I feel like I switched into Eldoon's fucking voice. Come on down, I'll throw some salt on it for you.
Oh, Apollo.
Just the moment he leaves, huh? What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around.
Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me.
Apollo.
Alright, we're talking to Apollo now. It's the only restaurant in town these days. Yeah, apparently, what was that? The Bon Appetit or whatever the fuck it was called. Apparently that French restaurant's gone. Probably just overpriced. Your injuries. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. And I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic.
An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man.
Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer.
A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. But I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that. Okay. Clay Terran.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo?
That's right. Best friend since junior high.
Sounds like me and Junie. So, what was Clay like?
Well, he was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice.
If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
Sounds like he was a lot cooler than Larry. You know, I bet you're right. Oh, seem like some cool bros. Seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut, and me, a lawyer. We'd talk well into the night, and even then, we never grew tired of it. Apollo, about that jacket.
Oh, it's Clay's.
I knew it.
It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the HAT project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the HAT-2 mission. He always looks so proud wearing it. But just when his dream was finally coming to true, I still can't believe it. Damn it! It's not fair!
Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone.
I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster.
I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts.
Yeah, there you go. That was that's what we needed there. Right after he said that.
That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during this screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today.
You're fine, huh? I'm fine.
You're fine and I'm fine were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom! Mom! Get away, Apollo!
Oh, here, this is in the past.
Get away, Apollo! Don't come over here! Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Huh? I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, "I'm fine," and then, you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine! Okay, Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Terran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See, we're fine. You laughed first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. Tee. Thanks, Apollo.
When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed.
As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there somebody else who said something similar? If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff, like Mr. Starbuck.
Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
What? What? What do you mean by a leave?
You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself.
But that's our goal too.
I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow.
What are you saying, Apollo?
I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now, I must be going. Goodbye. No, don't tell me he's the ends justify the means guy now. No! Apollo! No!
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye? I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also, suspicion.
Oh, he doesn't think that we're actually gonna do what we're saying we're doing?
Ah, he's not walking out on us like this. I'm going to talk some sense into him.
Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
All right, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? And oh.
If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow.
To be continued. All right. Go and save here real quick. That's where we will be ending the stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just gonna do some save states. I guess I can pop over here. There we go. Okay, save states are done. We are good to go. Locked and loaded for next week. So that was some exciting stuff, huh? Let's see. What do we learn today? We got to look at the the crime scene, and we found that bullet in a bullet hole, and we found out that Detective Arm apparently fired the shot. And we also kind of were narrowing down on this weird thing about why there were so many police officers stationed there, and that turned out to be because there was a threat, like a bomb threat. So it was kind of interesting that they even went through with it, instead just brought, you know, canned disarm and stuff there. So that's, you know, that's gonna be an interesting thing. So next week we will get to cross-examine Mr. Cosmos himself and get down to the bottom of this. I'm a little suspicious of him. You know, the person had a lighter with a Earth symbol on it. I could see that being Mr. Cosmos. I don't know. It could be anybody at a space center, though, right? But yeah, should be an interesting case next week as we continue. For my next stream, though, that should be on Friday. We will be going live with some more Zelda. And not really much to say about that. I've been doing just a lot of exploring, so if you just want to come hang out, definitely come chill. If you got some stuff to talk about, bring it on Friday. I'll definitely be ready to chat about some stuff while I, you know, beat up some bokoblins and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me tonight. Shall we find someone to drop into? Do a little raidy poo. Let me do some shout outs. We got quite a few friends on tonight here. Oh yeah, we always gotta make sure we shout out Mr. Noah's Archives too. You know, he might actually jump in there. We'll see if he's ending or not. Noah is on. He's another member of Strange Planet, which is a stream group I'm a part of. And he is doing Wacky Wednesdays tonight. They got a talk show he does with his buddy ESG Domino. So they're both live right now. We got Terra the Majin. He's on tonight. He's playing some Goose Goose Duck. He plays with his community. He's a great guy. You guys want to check him out? We got Don Rocks is playing some Demonologist. Toasty Bears playing The Sims 4. Never a Doubt's playing Surmount. And Prince Raglan's on. I haven't seen him stream as much lately. He's playing Slay the Spire. Let's see if we got Noah. See if he's still on.
Snow White with the red hair. Very good slice of life.
Oh yeah. It looks like he's in the middle of it still. Let's jump in on Noah, shall we? Let me do I'm gonna give him a little heads up here.
Let's watch a clip, shall we?
Dead bandit.
Okay. Oh, I think I know this one. It's where the guy can't find him.
Doesn't see me yet.
Yeah. I think I picked this clip last time. I think he ends up like walking right through.
Am I that good? I'm not that good, I swear.
He's so stealthy, dude. Look at that. He runs right into him.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah, there we go. All right. That's who we're about to raid. Oh, okay. Here's the... Did I put the raid message out? I'll throw the raid message out again. Here we go. If you guys like hanging out here, if you don't know Noah, I think you'll enjoy hanging out with him as well. They're in like a talk show mode, so he'll probably be in even more of like a mode to chat away to. I know in this nights I'm usually more presenting kind of thing. So feel free to chat him up. I know he does like to chat. So thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. We'll see you again on Friday. Until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy. I love you. And yeah, we'll see you on Friday. Good night, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, crap. I forgot to bring Noah's stream up, so I gotta hurry up and do that. All right. Here we go. See ya.